So Joy, what do you think is the most effective way to follow up, or the most effective follow up with clients in general?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. I think because we do such a highly personalized experience at our studio, we actually follow up several different ways. So the first thing that we do is the photographer sends a thank you card immediately after the session. So when we put our cards in to be downloaded, while they're downloading, we handwrite a thank you card. And the way we make it easy is we have a stack of thank you cards right by
Right.
where our cards download right on our desks. And it's great because we've got their little file that has all their information, so their address is right there, and so we just jot down a thank you note. But we want that thank you note received before they actually even come for their sales appointment.
That's interesting because we don't do it that way. So tell me more.
Yeah. So the reason that we do that is because this is going to be a very highly personal thank you note. It's going to talk about the session. It's going to hint on some of the images that we know we captured. So it's going to say something like, oh my gosh, I'm in love. Wait until you see, the image that we captured of you out in the field. It is going to make a spectacular canvas grouping. I can't wait for you to see it. So we're building some excitement and some expectations that they're going to love what we put together, which is great because we know that we'll be able to fulfill those expectations.
Right.
Then they're going to get that before they actually come in, so they're going to be all excited about it, and it's very personalized. So then they're going to come in for their sale. We're going to deliver all their different products, and then we send another thank you note after everything's done and delivered. But this one will be maybe a little bit more general, and it's from the whole studio versus from just the photographer.
Right.
So that's going to be more, thank you for your business. We really appreciate you. We touch on our referral plan again. And, we go ahead and, send that out after as kind of a general thank you. And then we call our clients at least once a year. So if we don't hear from our clients, we call them. And I know a lot of people are very afraid of the phone.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Yeah, for sure.
And, the thing though is that if I said, if you were going to if you're afraid of the phone, if I can guarantee that you would get one booking for every 10 people you called, would you do it?
Yeah.
Most photographers would, because one booking is worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
And we find that our booking rate is much higher than that. Our clients love that we call them because we're offering a service.
Yeah.
And if you could do that in a highly personalized way, we take really good notes so that we remember all of our clients.
Right.
We put their pictures up in Studio Cloud so we pull Studio Cloud up. We've got all the notes with all the kids' names, the last things we photographed. It's got a picture of them.
Pertinent information, like
pertinent information.
Yeah, if like so and so was trying out for a play or whatever,
Exactly.
So you can bring some of those things up.
Exactly. So they're really made to feel like they're our one and only client, when in fact we have thousands.
Right.
But that's really important to us because we want everybody to feel really special, and I think it's important when you're setting the expectation that they're going to be investing a larger amount.
Right. I think what I was going to say is not necessarily like the specific follow-up, like thank you cards. We do thank you cards as well and things like that. But I think it's picking up the phone. I think it's really, it'll increase your conversion rate of clients coming back. It'll increase your conversion rate of getting clients to come in and so much. And here's what's so interesting to me is, like, my wife Allison was afraid of the phone when she first started. Like, it was an obstacle we worked through, and now it's like no big deal. But we lived through that. But what's so interesting to me is when we actually started tracking different things about it, it started breaking down barriers. One of the things we tracked for like maybe 6 months was how many messages we left. And it was amazing. Like, Allison would call 30 people, and she maybe talked to 2 of them. So like, if you knew that you could call 30 clients, let's do your example of 10. If you could call 10 and book 1, and you knew you probably only needed to talk to 1 that particular time, like, it's not that hard to like leave messages, a very personal message, and they'll call you back, but then they're calling you back and they're bringing up the conversation. It's much easier. So I just think people are afraid that someone's going to pick up the phone and they don't know what to say, but chances are you're only going to talk to 1 person anyways, and then they're going to call you back and they'll say, oh, and then it's way simpler than I think people make it into a bigger thing than it really is. But picking up the phone, definitely conversion rates for us went way up. The excitement went way up. The way how they felt like the only client and personal went way up. That stuff just can't be sent through email. The other thing is, I think people treat email differently than like voicemails and phone calls. Like when you call somebody and leave a message, they feel like they need to call you back. If you just send them an email, they feel like they can get around to it whenever and it just falls off. Like I think there's just different expectations on the phone call versus email or text message or whatever too.
Yeah, no, I agree.